I'm looking at Google here. I'm going to pick an article in about a second, just one of them. I see 4 or 5 here about Brian Cox and how he feels sorry for Amber Heard after Johnny Depp trial. He thinks that Amber got the short end of the stick. Now, these people never take into consideration that Amber did this to herself, that she actually was proved to have abused Johnny and defamed Johnny. Now, in the best case, they say, but the UK verdict. Well, you know what? I think the US verdict was a lot more fair, balanced, in front of the public, and holds a lot more weight than the UK. Furthermore, the UK was not Amber versus Johnny. That was the Sun fighting for the right to print something about Johnny. So there's a difference. But let's see what Brian has to say now. Here's one from NME. It says, Brian Cox feels sorry for Amber Heard after Johnny Depp trial from September 13th, 2022. So above all, we know it's going to be kind of an unlucky article. I mean, if you believe in that kind of superstitious stuff. And there he is. What a star. What a guy. So famous, so popular. Everyone loves Brian Cox. Or maybe no one knows who he is except for Johnny fans because he says bad things about Johnny. So they, kind of know who he is. Brian Cox has said he sympathizes with Amber Heard after ex-husband Johnny Depp won his defamation trial against her in June. Let's say it again. Johnny Depp won his defamation trial against her in June. I read that for no reason, just because it's a nice sentence. The actor, known for playing Logan Roy in Succession, previously called Depp so overblown and so overrated in his book, Putting the Rabbit in the Hat. He later said he regretted his remarks, describing them as an easy joke. Right, so he said something bad about Johnny, then he took it back, but he said it to sell his book. Now he's defending Amber, so wow, he's really winning the Johnny fans back, isn't he? Asked about Depp in an interview with The Times, Cox said the public love him. After the interviewer suggested the jury in the trial also loved Depp, Cox replied, well, they did. Because juries just go by who they like better. They don't look at evidence, hear lawyers, hear witnesses, sit for 6 weeks out of their life to make a decision. Juries just kind of like people, and they make a decision. I guess in Brian's world, that's how it works. He must have a fantastic book there. We're not going to buy. I'm not going to buy. He added, I feel sorry for the woman Heard. I think she got the rough end of it. Depp sued Heard for defamation over a 2018 op-ed in the Washington Post where she wrote about being a blah blah blah, which they mention every article because they don't have that much here, except it's kind of interesting. Brian's pitching back in again about Amber. And they go on about how a documentary's coming out and things we kind of know already. Anyway, you of course, let me know what you think down below. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. And if you don't consider it and you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. Rant done for now. See you next time.